And yes, I'm crazy. I'm dancing with you in the kitchen with my alcohol, which I shall just grab. So, I'm really sorry I can't be there in person tonight. What I thought I would do is just tell some of the girls a few stories about our nights together at uni and after uni. So I promise it won't be too long because I know the presentation went on forever. Anyway, come on, take a seat with me. Shall place you there with my alcohol. And as you can see, we've got the Empire State Building there this evening, Victoria, in honour of you. It's white for weddings. I decided to call them and ask if it was okay if they would make it white tonight. So, I know I go on, and basically I thought I'd write on the back of an envelope the last 10 years or so of history. Before I do that, I'm just going to turn the music down. Sorry about that. Where was I? Oh, I know. I was going to tell everyone how I met you. So, I guess it was around about 10 years ago now. Maybe even 11 years. God, I feel so old. And we were at university at the Institute, yes, Southampton Institute, and we were in halls. And I didn't really know you or anyone. In fact, I actually couldn't make many friends with girls for some reason. Not because I was a slapper, but just because I found it easier to make friends with the boys. But then I kind of saw you and Charlie a couple of times in the corridor. I thought, yeah, they look normal, considering the freaks that I lived with. So I remember I was desperate for some hairspray for a night out, of course. And so I decided to go and knock on your door. And it was really embarrassing, and I must have looked like the biggest pikey ever to you because I was like, excuse me, do you have any hairspray? And you were like, yeah, of course, no probs. And that was it really. In I came, used your hairspray, and you couldn't get rid of me ever since. But after that, I mean, we had some fantastic times and some really good parties. I remember going out on a night out, which was supposed to be the night before an exam that I had. And no one else could go out, and you were like, we still didn't know each other that well, and you were like, do you want to go out? And you're probably thinking, she's probably going to use all my hairspray again, but anyway, we went out, and I was like, oh my god, this girl is so cool, I love her, oh my god, I love her. And I guess it was love at first sight, Victoria. But anyway, I should go on and on and on, but I'm just going to try and stick to my little list, because otherwise everyone will kill me, and you'll be fast asleep. So yeah, the hairspray thing, I was going to mention the stripper, but then I thought, you know, parents in the room and stuff, so I thought I better not, I should wind that one down. Oh, okay. So, I mean, the best thing about being at uni was the fact that I got to live with you. And I just loved how spontaneous you were and how fun, and you were always up for something. And I remember being in our pyjamas in your bedroom, the bed that I broke by accident, sorry, by sitting on it because I was such a lard ass at uni. And it was like midnight, and it was a Friday night, and we were in our pyjamas like grannies. I don't know if you remember, we were just like, why the hell are we in our pyjamas? It's midnight. We're at uni, for God's sakes. So that was it. I was like, should we go out? And you were like, all right then. And that was it. Half an hour later, we were in the dodgiest club ever by the, I don't even know where it was, down by the, I was going to say by the sea, but it was above the sea. You know where it was, where someone got stabbed. But anyway, we ended up there where someone got stabbed. Brilliant night. And so, yeah, I love how spontaneous you are, basically, Victoria. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, it didn't take me long before I saw the love between you and Sean blossom at university. I won't lie, it had its ups and it had its downs. I got to see all sorts of Victoria, from lovey-dovey Victoria to crazy bitch Victoria, where I had to lock you inside when you and Sean had a little tiff, should we say. But, you know, it was all good, and you know, I love Sean as much as everybody else. And I'm really lucky that I actually got to know both of you at university, and I think that's what makes it, you know, such an important wedding for me, because I know you and I love you to pieces, you're my best friend, but it's also amazing that, you know, I get on with Sean. Well, I hope I do. He probably hates me. But, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I mean, memories that I have with you guys are me constantly being the third wheel, even though I had a boyfriend no one actually knew about, with the denim shirt. Yes, Dan. I hid his denim shirt for everybody that doesn't know. And also just like gate crashing your cinema dates with Sean, like turning up, you know, sitting in the middle eating all the popcorn, always going back with you guys, staying in the spare room that had no heating and was just full of cold wet washing. Brilliant. But I loved it because, you know, I was part of your two's relationship, unfortunately. I'm going off on one, so I'm going to stop going on about that. But, I mean, I always knew that we were going to be friends, even when I got whisked off to Mallorca to be an entertainer. I remember standing at phone boxes calling you, and it was literally like 100 degrees, and I'd be sweating with like sunstroke in this awful phone box, just wanted to catch up and find out what you were doing and hearing about you buying a new car and all this kind of stuff and how your job was going. And, you know, whenever I felt homesick or even being here, you know, I've always been able to just give you a call and know that everything's going to be all right. You're very good at doing that and keeping everyone very positive and calm. So thank you for that. I was going to say a quick story about a uni night when we broke into Sean's flat. Basically, he dared us, if you remember, that we wouldn't be able to break into his house. So the next thing we knew, on the way home at like 3 in the morning, we hiked up our little rah-rah skirts, because rah-rah skirts were in at that time, and we climbed over his fence, and we actually went in to his flatmate's bedroom, well I did, ran through, slammed the door, and then hid in the lounge, and then you followed 5 minutes later. Then we text Sean, we broke into your house, went up, and we tried to get into his room, but it was locked. So then we got into his football kit, and by the time he got home, we were sat there playing on the PlayStation. Well, that just cracks me up every time I think of that, because that was one of the funniest nights at uni that I ever had. And, you know, I will always remember it. So thank you. Obviously, when we got to London, we had some crazy nights. Well, before I became a granny and started staying in at 9 o'clock and just being a granny, basically. You'll know exactly what I'm on about. But, you know, I remember the first night that we went out in London and we were trying to salsa dance and we got free drinks, we were complete dingbats. I nearly got dumped by Dave after being with him for 1 day. But moving to London, I'm so glad you did, and it was the best thing in the whole wide world. And to have you moving in with me and Meg was just fantastic. You girls were the best roommates ever, and I loved every minute of living with you both. What else have I got on my little list? I just basically want to say, I could go on and on forever, basically, with all the memories I've got, and I know I've already bored you probably with everything that I've already put on the presentation. I know, you know, every single photo was probably really boring and dull or whatever, but I tried to mix it up, and please don't kill me for putting some of the hideous ones up. I put awful ones of me up too, so I'm dying of embarrassment just as much as you. But Vic, I don't know what to say. Like, looking back, you know, of all the memories, I got a little bit tearful, and I said I wouldn't do this, but you know, I'm gutted I can't be there. I'm so sorry, and you know, if I had a magic wand, then I would be there. But I said I wouldn't get emotional. But I just want to say, you know, you're the best friend in the whole wide world, and I hope you have a fantastic time. I know you will, and I know the girls are going to give you an amazing weekend. We've got lots of good treats and stories and things in store, so have a fantastic time. I wish I could be there. Make sure you FaceTime me, and I hope you enjoyed this. Here's to you, Vic. Congratulations. 5 weeks today, I'll be flying back, and I'll be able to see you in person. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Love you lots. Have a good time. Bye.